Welcome to our In the Trenches series presented by subject matter experts from Nordson EFD. Each segment will share lessons learned in the field, along with practical advice to meet and beat the challenges on the front lines of assembly production.
Hi, my name is Anthony Buzzerio, and I'm an application engineer here at Nordson EFD. Nordson EFD is well known for its engineered fluid dispensing technologies used by manufacturers worldwide. They assemble products in nearly every industry from medical to electronics. All year long, I jump in the trenches with our customers to help solve problems and avoid their setbacks. So today I want to discuss how can you prepare for maximal uptime on your robot dispensing system. So if you watched the last video, you'll have heard me tell this story. We had a customer who had one of our robots and the belt broke, and it left them lying down for a day and a half. I said in the last video that this was a worst case scenario, and it is. They didn't have any spare parts on hand, and we didn't have any in stock at the time. So the question you want to ask yourself is, how can I stop that from happening to me? So the most important thing I can suggest for you when you're trying to maximize your uptime is to have a supply of spare parts ready, especially if any of those parts have a lead time from your supplier, whether that's us or whether that's another piece of equipment that's from another supplier. When it comes to Nordson EFD products, I'm talking robot belts, I'm talking valve parts, O-rings, components like tips and syringes, jetting bodies, valve rebuild kits. You don't want to be caught on the back foot. You want to ask yourself, what is going to happen if I can't fix this, if this is down? What's going to happen to me? How long am I going to be down? You want to get in the habit of asking yourself that question when you have equipment. The second thing I would suggest, and this especially if you're building out a new process, is to come up with a preventive maintenance schedule. Make sure your maintenance techs and your operators know the PM processes for all your components, especially robots, especially dispensing. As part of the spare parts kit, we're always quoting PM components for our robots: grease kits, electronics boards, belts, fuses, springs, anything that you can replace. We tend to quote you a spare. Accidents happen. The situation that I described with that broken belt, that was a complete freak accident. Someone could bump a camera, something could get caught in a robot, you crash your valve, but keeping to a proper PM schedule can help minimize those accidents and minimize your downtime. So the lesson learned here is this: investing in redundancy and maintenance is crucial for trying to keep maximum uptime. I'm Anthony Buzzerio from Nordson EFD. Thanks for listening, and join us in the future for our next installment of In the Trenches.